The early morning sun glinted off Rochester's golden fur as he sniffed something. When he lifted his head, his snout quivered with the joy of whatever it was he'd inhaled. It was garbage day, and in the distance I heard the blast of the truck's horn, notifying someone who'd parked on one of Riverbend's narrow streets that the truck was blocked. A 30-something guy with a messenger bag over his shoulders zipped past us on a scooter, and Rochester looked up at me and blinked several times. As he lifted his leg against one of the magnificent oaks that lined our street, I noticed a splotch of rust-red paint the color of dried blood on the center of the trunk. Somewhere other than in our gated community, it might have been a sign of vandalism, a gang tag, or a signature by a graffiti artist. Instead, it was the mark of death for the poor tree. Some 25 years ago, when River Bend was built, the developer planted hundreds of oak saplings along our narrow, winding streets. Sadly, no one had thought to consider the future of those trees, which began spreading roots as they grew taller. Now, those knobby roots were pushing up concrete pavers and driveways and tearing through the paved streets. While Rochester was peeing, I saw a familiar neighbor approaching on a 3-wheeled bicycle. Pete Szabo had moved into a townhouse on Bucharest Place earlier that year and had already gained a reputation as a troublemaker. I tugged Rochester forward, hoping to dart through the gap between the townhouse blocks and avoid speaking to Pete, but no such luck.
"That arborist the association hired is a clueless idiot,"
he said, in lieu of a greeting, as he braked his bike beside me. The problem with the trees had gotten so bad that a year before, River Bend had commissioned a tree removal company to examine all the oaks and decide which ones should be taken out. The homeowners association had assessed us all and promised that the oaks would be replaced with new trees planted a safer distance from anywhere they could cause damage. "Good morning, Pete. It's not an easy task," I said. "Remember, we're a zero-lot line community, and our driveways were already at the minimum width. Our house doesn't have much of a front yard, so there won't be a lot of room to relocate a tree. We had a concrete-walled courtyard lined with the same pavers as the driveway, and only a 6x10 patch of grass and landscaping in front of that."
"I don't have a problem,"
he said.
"My tree is far enough back from the street. I resent having to pay for other people's trees to be removed. And one of the reasons I bought here was the tree canopy. I don't want to lose that."
"I know what you mean," I said, as Rochester settled on the pavement beside me. Whenever I want him to pull me forward, he plops his butt like that. I depend on the shade to walk Rochester on hot summer days, and I'm not happy about losing trees either.
"You're on the tree removal committee, aren't you? When are they going to start cutting the trees down?"
"The blood-red splotches are a sign that the removal is going to happen soon," I said. "We signed a contract last week with the company and gave them a down payment." He frowned.
"We'll see if it happens,"
he said, and he cycled past us. Even though it was March 15, I was sweaty by the time we got back home, and I worried that I'd feel even worse once the trees came down and summer arrived.